Hello guys, welcome back to SFDC Data channel. So in today's video, we are going to learn one of the most important skills for any Salesforce developer, which is using GitHub with VS Code. And this is a very important topic. So before we jump into the demo, let's quickly see what we will cover in this video. Okay, so we will start by installing Git. Then we will create a GitHub account and repository. After that, we will clone the repository into the VS Code and then connect it with the Salesforce. And finally, we will see how we will push our code to GitHub. By the end of this video, you will have a complete setup ready to use in real projects. So now let's look at the tools required for this setup. So first we need Git, which helps us to track code changes. Okay, so you can see you can download the Git from this link, and I will paste all these links into the description also, so you can use that. Then we need VS Code. Okay, so VS Code, if you already have a VS Code, that's great. But if you don't have a VS Code you want to set up, you can check my previous video. I have explained all the steps from very basic how you can set up the VS Code in your laptop. Okay, so that link also you can find on my video. Okay, so or also I will update that link in my description as well. Then we also need a GitHub account. Okay, so don't be confused. Git and GitHub account both are different. Git is a software we need to install in the machine in our laptop. GitHub account is just like a GitHub website. We just create our account over there. Okay, and there is no installation need. Okay, so this is a website link, and I click on this, it will redirect to the GitHub website. Okay, next is Salesforce org, of course. So I already have a Salesforce org. Okay, so if you don't have a Salesforce org, you can create from this link. I will update this link in the description as well, so you can use this link to create your free developer org, or you can connect with your project or client org as well. Okay, next is Salesforce CLI. So this is a software we need to install in our laptop. So no need to worry about it, because this will be installed with a VS Code when you will set up a VS Code. If you want to install it now, you can use this link. Okay, it will redirect to you. Here you can install your Salesforce CLI as per your laptop. Okay, so next is Salesforce extension pack. So this is like you will find in the VS Code itself. So this is like an extension in the VS Code. Once you will have a VS Code ready, so you can download the extension from the VS Code. That's my VS Code. Here you click on the extensions. So here if you find Salesforce extension pack, this is the one. Okay, so you need to install it. So once you will have a VS Code ready, you can click on this and you can install. Okay, like this is already installed, so that's showing uninstalled, but you can install it. Before we proceed, let's quickly clear one common confusion: Git versus GitHub. So most of the people are confused. Why do we need both Git and GitHub? Okay, sometimes they understand Git and GitHub are same. A simply way to understand, Git is like a Microsoft Word which helps tracking your changes, and GitHub is like Google Drive, where you store and share your files. So remember this: Git tracks your changes and GitHub stores your code only. Okay, so here you can see if I change anything, like I am just adding line or I am adding any div. Okay, so I save it and this will come as a change. So you can see this file I have changed. Now you can see this is a change I have done. So this is a Git. When you install the Git properly, so you will see all the changes will come here. So this is like a source control. So when you install the Git in machine and it will connect to the VS Code, then it will track your changes automatically. Okay, so when you have changed this file, and you can see it's tracking your change. Now once you push your changes here, and these changes will go to the GitHub. and that GitHub will store your code only. That is not showing any changes locally. Okay, so let's move to the previous slides. Here we will follow all these steps to set up our VS Code with the GitHub. Okay, so let's start and let's download the Git first. So let's click on this link. So you can see it open this website and you can download from here. If you have a Mac, if you have a window, whatever, right, you can download as per your need. Just click here to download. So it will download the exe file. You can see, just click on this exe file. It will ask pop up, just click yes, just follow, next. Okay, so it is asking like what should be the default branch name when you create a new repository, right, in the GitHub. So let's select the second option, because in the modern approach we will use the main branch in the repository as well. Let's select the main and click next. Now select the second option. This is best option to work with the third-party tool. Like if you want to work with the VS Code, right, and like Salesforce CLI, it will like perfectly integrate with those third-party tools. Let's select the second options and next. So in this we will keep this selected, use bundle open SSH, so we don't need to have some extra configuration, so we will keep it selected. Let's click on next. In this, just use the first one. The next one, like just select the first one. In this, let's go default. In this one, let's keep the first one. To select the first one. So in this one, let's keep default one. Okay, so now let's install this. Click on install. It will take some time to install. Okay, so it installed successfully. Now click on finish. So now we will set up a GitHub account, and then after setup, we will create a repo and we'll clone the repo. So basically, like we will follow these steps to get the repo in our local VS Code, and how we can create a project and how we can push and deploy. So first, let's create a GitHub account through this link. So now is to create a GitHub account. This is a totally free account. There is no cost involved. So here just need to enter your email, username and password. And once you verify your email, your account will be ready. So here I will use my Google account to create a account. Okay, so let's click on this. So I will use my this ID. Let's allow it. This is my username. You can change your username as well. I keep this. Let's see, it is available. Yeah, it's available. Country is Australia. And click on create account. Puzzle. We'll see. Let's submit it. So now we have landed on the dashboard after sign up or login. Then this is a button to create a repository. So let's create a repository from this button, or you can create a repository from here as well. So let's create a repository. So let's give the repository name. So I will give the Salesforce project. Description, I'm giving demo repo. If this is like if you're working on the actual project, you can give the actual description which is meaningful for your project, right? Configuration part, choose visibility. So I'm keeping it public, but if you are working on your company work or like for any company project, right, so make sure keep it private. Okay, so it will be safe. So I'm keeping it public for demo or learning purpose. Add readme, this is mandatory, keep it on. Just these two things as an optional. Okay, don't need to add, just create a repository. The repository has been created. Okay, now we are ready to clone it. So next step is clone this repo in VS Code. Let's see. So just two important thing, like you can see, one repo for one project. That is the best approach you have to use. Like if you're working on the multiple projects, better to create the different repo for different projects. Okay. And you can see this is just a repo. It doesn't have any structure. So once we will clone this repository in our VS Code, we will create a sales structure Salesforce support, right? So for all the development purpose Salesforce support data structure, we will create data structure through Salesforce CLI in VS Code, or we can say through SFDX. We will see that part as well. So now let's see how to clone a repo. Okay, so let's go to the VS Code. This is my VS Code. So if you don't have a VS Code, you want to install, just watch my previous video. So I have given all the steps how to install the VS Code, right? So I will update that video link in my description, or I will pin it here as well. Okay, so this is my VS Code. And to clone the repository, what you need to do, click on this green code button. Okay, and here just copy this URL. Okay, and go back VS Code and just type Control Shift P. Okay, and here just search Git clone. Okay, this one, this option, just click on this and paste a URL here and click enter. So it will ask the repository where you want to store. So I will store on the C drive. Let's create a folder SFDC. Okay, this is my folder. Add this. You can click on the open. Or click yes. Click yes. If you want to check the version of Git, you can just type this command. You can click on this three dots, click on terminal, open the terminal, and the terminal just type git dash version. So your Git is installed. So it is VS Code is also detecting the Git as well, right? So it's okay. So now our repo is cloned. So if we see, like this step is also done. Now next step is create a SFDX project. So now let's create a Salesforce project. So how we can create? Let's type Control Shift P again, and here you will see SFDX create project with manifest. Okay, if you can't see, you can search it. So just click on this, and this is a good option to create a Salesforce project because it will give you the package.xml file as well. Okay, and let's click on a standard. You can give any name. So I will give the demo project. So this will store under that Git. So let's select the same folder. So you can see SFDC or the Git folder we have created, and this will create under this. Okay, so let's create same repository. Cool. Now you can see this is a structure of Salesforce. You can see the Force app will have all the applications classes, right? Folders. There is no data, but we have a structure, and we have this manifest, which I was talking about, package.xml file it will give you. So you can fetch the components like Apex classes is there, but if you want to fetch any other metadata, you can define here and you can fetch. Okay, so we got the project here. Okay, so you can see we have created the SFDX project inside. Okay, now next point is push and deploy. So before push and deploy, let's connect this VS Code with your Salesforce org. So if you want to fetch any code and want to push that code into the GitHub, so we can directly fetch and push it from here. You can see there's a option in the bottom, no default org set. You can click on this. It will give you the option authorize an org. So let's click on this. So which one you want to select? So currently I am demoing, so I will have the login.salesforce.com, that is a production. But if you're working on any sandbox or production
if you are working on in your project, you of course will have sandbox and production, all right. You can choose as per your need. So I am selecting production as of now, and this is asking the name of org. I can just give our own trail, can give any name like sfdc adda org. Okay, so it will run this now. So it will open this page. I already have my login. I will click on this. Okay, I need to prove. This is like two-factor authentication. So I approve it. So it's logged in my org. If we come back to the VS Code, you can see it's successfully authorized. Okay. How if I want to fetch a code, so what I will do, I will just click on package.xml. I click on this. There's the option retrieve source in manifest from org. So if I click on this, it will retrieve all the data which are defined in this package.xml. So it will retrieve Apex classes, pages, a lightning component, all these things. Okay. So it is retrieving from my org. Let's wait for some time. I think it's done. So if you let's open this force app folder. Let's see the data. So let's click on Aura. Okay. So these are the lightning components which I do have in my org. See the classes. Okay, so it fetch all the metadata which are defined in this package.xml. Cool. Now let's see how we can push this repository, this project into that GitHub. Okay. But here if you can see, I can't see my repo as a main folder. One second. Let's go to C folder. This main folder. Okay. This is a mistake which I have done. This force F file, all these things should be under the main repo. Guys, quick note. I initially created my Salesforce project inside the subfolder, which is not the right way. You can see this project I have created under this demo project, right? And that's not the right way. Always make sure Salesforce DX project is created directly inside your Git repository root. So you can see this is a Git repository, right? For us, it has to be created under this, not under this folder. Okay. Okay. So let's fix it. How we can create. Okay. So it should be structure should be. Let's understand. This is a repo. Okay. And here should be force app. Okay, which is this one. This one. Okay, and all those manifest file under that. Okay. Okay, so let's fix that. So what we will do, let's delete this project entire folder. Okay, and let's create a project again. Let's go here. Okay, this is our main repository. I will delete this entire project. Okay, so it's deleted. Let's open the VS Code again. Now we have this repository now. Okay, so let's create again. So let's type Ctrl+Shift+P and click on this create project with manifest, and then click enter. Then here, okay, here we are making mistake. Here we are typing the demo project. Don't type the project name here because it will create a different folder under this. Just type dot and it will ask, then click enter. Now it will ask the project name. Sorry, it will ask the folder. Okay, so let's select this folder. Okay, and create a project. So it is asking to overwrite. So then click on overwrite. Great. So you can see it has created the entire structure under this, and this is what I want. Now let's authorize the org. So let's type again Ctrl+Shift+P and search AUT authorize. Like sometimes you can't see authorize org. Okay, so what you need to do, you can close the VS Code and open it again. Type Ctrl+Shift+P and type AUTHO authorize and org. So whatever you can use. Okay, so mine is production. Okay, so let's click on login. It is successfully authenticated. Let's go back. So cool. So now we have everything set up. We have a repository, we have all the sales process structure under that. Now we will see how we can push and deploy our code into the repository. Now we need to fetch all the code from the Salesforce, from this org which we have connected. What we will do, we will go to the manifest, go to the package.xml and right click and click on the retrieve source in manifest from org. So it will retrieve all the components. So you can see it has retrieved all the components, right? See, and also you will see if it is connected to your Git, you will see this repository icon main. Okay, you can see Salesforce project repository, Git, and main checkout branch. See, it will just tell you, okay, you are connected with the Git. So we have retrieved, and you can see it has retrieved all the components here as well. My God. Okay, no worry, we will push all these changes to the Git repository. So you can see 956 changes are there because this is totally new repository and we have fetched all the metadata from the Salesforce, mostly all whatever we have defined in the manifest folder here. Okay, if you want more, you can add more metadata here. Okay, currently let's see only these ones. You can also verify once if you want, but it's fine. So what's the next step? Just stage these changes. Okay, so click on this plus icon, stage all the changes. Will take some time. So you can see now all the changes come under this stage changes. Okay, if you want to unstage, you can click on this -1 as well. If you want to remove any specific file, you can click on this minus. Okay, this icon. And now next step is commit. You can add some message like whenever you commit, whenever you push your changes, please make sure add your message here. Okay, so you can see this message in your repository. Just click on this commit button, or you also use the git commands like git add, git commit, whatever, right? So it's not mandatory you have to push your code from these buttons, but this is like a easy way. Okay, but you can also use your command git add, git push, git pull here. Okay, I'm using this as of now. So commit. So actually this is an actual error because you are pushing to the Git and Git doesn't know who the user is pushing into the GitHub. Okay, no need to worry. We need to run some command. So we will let Git know this is my username and password. Okay, so let's cross this. And in the terminal, we will run the commands. Okay, we need to run two commands. I can show you the commands. So these are the two commands: git config username and git config global user.email. Okay, so I will add this command in description as well, so you can use that for your reference. So username and email. So let's see, let's go to the git. This is my git. You can see this is my username. Okay, you can give your name as well, and this in the user.name I will give this name, and email the email which I have used for the sign up. Okay, so I will copy this name, paste it here, and my email is arunvictor93, same we can say, at gmail.com. I hope this should work. Let's copy. Let's go back to the VS Code. Just add this. And again, let's copy this. Let's paste this. Enter. Okay. So now to verify it, we do have other command, git config list. So let's copy this and run this command. Okay, so when we run this command, so you can see it should show our username and email. Okay, so it's showing here our name and email. So I think it's set successfully. So let's try again to commit. Let's click on this commit. Now it should not show the error. Okay, it has been committed now, but still it is not pushed. Okay, so what we will do, click on these three dots, click on the push. So what you are seeing now, this is a different step. Okay, this is not the error. Okay, in the last step, we have just added our username and email ID. So Git will know who the user is going to commit the changes with that name. Okay, now, so this is like authenticate who is allowed to push to the remote repo. Okay, so let's sign in through your browser. Okay, so this is asking to log in. So I already have set up my account through Google. So I will log in with the Google account. I will type three. This is my name. Now just click on authorize and succeed. Let's come back to this. So it is succeeded now. So it will push our changes. I think it is pushed. So let's go to the repository. Let's see what is there. Nice. So here we are. So you can see all the codes are pushed here. Nice. You can click on that force app. See all the classes, everything. You can see the history 5 minutes ago we have pushed. You can see all the histories, right? Okay. Now what I will do, I will just open any other component. So let's assume if you are making any change in this component, let's assume this one. Okay. So I am making change anything like I'm making, I'm adding any div. I closing it. Okay. Just save it. So once you save it, it will detect automatically changes here. Okay. So once you click here, it will show you, okay, this is the change you have added. So what we will do, we will just click on this plus icon to stage the changes. Same we have done. Okay. For all the components, it is staged. Now you can add the message change in account display file, whatever you want to add, and commit it. Okay. It's committed. Now push the changes from here. So let's push. Now it will not ask to authenticate again because you have already authenticated Git with this VS Code. Okay. So now it has been pushed. Let's go back and you can refresh. Yes. So you can see change in account display file. So this recently you have pushed your changes, right? Who pushed? It will show the name Arun Victor 93. Okay. So now you can, if you want to click on this file, you will see what are the changes we have pushed. Okay. See like this. Okay, so in this video, we covered everything you need to get started. So from setting up your tools, installing Git, creating your GitHub account, cloning a repository in VS Code, and pushing your changes step by step, we have covered here. Okay, so now you have a complete basic workflow to manage and track your Salesforce code using Git and GitHub account. Okay, one more important thing, in the next video, I will take this one step further and show you how to automate deployments to Salesforce using CI/CD pipeline. So let's assume once you push your code from VS Code and how it will deploy automatically to Salesforce. Okay, so that's very important and I will show you how we can do that. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out the next video.